Hey everyone, I'm Scott. Here are the bricks. Now let's go on to review. I recently hit 100 subs, so to celebrate this life achievement of mine, we are going to look at LEGO 75060 Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series Slave 1 as chosen by you, the public. To be honest, you actually all tied 3 ways between the sets, so I chose this one out of a hat. But this is for you as my thank you to everyone. And for all the support you have given to me, from my heart, thank you very much. Alright, now let's go on to review. Released in 2015 and retired in 2018, this set retailed at $200 with 1,996 pieces. Today you can find this set price ranging from about $350 to about $1K. That really depends on the condition of the set, of course. I've seen some broken pieces for about $150. I've seen some even go about $250 to about $400, but I have seen one for $1,000 in a box at a recent convention that I've been to for Legos. I was blown away and highly pissed that it would cost this much. I don't know if it's because of that windshield piece. We all know that thing's kind of expensive, or it's because of that Boba Fett that's sitting right there in the cockpit. Anyway, 1,000 smackers is what I've seen it for. Isn't that kind of crazy? To get some real bang out of your bucks, this Collector Slave 1 includes 4 minifigures plus 1 frozen Han piece, which I call the Carbonite Popsicle, and an assortment of bounty hunting tools at your fingertips. In all honesty, this set is very much the same league as the A-Wing Luke's Landspeeder, and I mean that as a comparison because to me, those are just upscaled versions of the actual playsets. And the Luke's Landspeeder is honestly a meme set in my opinion because we keep getting it as a set. And the Slave 1 has a lot of variants and variations of that set through the years. And to me, this is just a large collector's edition of those playscales. So in that comparison, that's what I kind of see. So it's only time before we had this collector's version, and in 2015 we got it, and that was perfect for it, honestly. Well, all right, now that's all I got out of that. So let's dig into the Slave 1. First, let's go with the minifigures, of course, like always. Alright, minifigures are up first, and to be honest with you, these minifigures are pretty straightforward. Nothing really special here, just as basic as you can be, pretty fucking generic. Starting off, we have the most exclusive of exclusives, the Bespin Guard with the gold trim on the jacket, and that's really all he has, is the gold trim on the jacket. There is some gold trim on the front, and there's some gold trim on the back here with his little back print, nothing on the legs. He has the nougat flesh tone on his head and comes with a slide blaster. I do like the little blue Imperial hat. I think it really knocks out the Bespin Guard look. Over here we do have Han Solo in Carbonite, and he does have his frozen face in Carbonite, which we have it said here, or Orgasm face, which it looks just like. And if you take it around town, he has his, oh no, I'm about to be frozen Carbonite face. Wonderful. No printing on the back here, as you can tell. And as you put the hairpiece back on and put him over here, his shirt does open up so you can see his little manly chest because it's just like that in the movie. And it has a really nice printing on the front, which I really enjoy. His pants do not have any holster printing on it. That's really like pointed out and people really like that. He just has normal brown pants instead. So that's cool. Not sure if he was exclusive or not. Over here we do have our highly exclusive, really awesome and original Stormtrooper. 2014 version, the best version with the blue on the helmet, which is great for the air valve section. And if you just take this helmet off, you have a normal clone face, which is great. And that pretty much wraps up him. He has normal printing on the legs, printing on the back end, as always. And he's just a great Stormtrooper. I really seriously love that Stormtrooper. And over here we have Boba Fett. Of course, you can't have Slave 1 without Boba Fett. And he has, you know, his pauldron. He has some lovely detail on his helmet. Some simple little prints on his legs and arms, nothing really that fancy. And then he has the awesome jetpack as always. And I like his little gun they gave with him. They gave him 2 actually, and you can fit those in the cockpit, which are actually a pain in the fucking ass to get in the cockpit and get out of the cockpit because they fall apart a lot. But anyway, that's all you get really for him and his little rangefinder, which I enjoy. And here we are, the creme of the creme. As I remember correctly, it's in 6 sets. It is Han Solo in Carbonite, which is wonderful. Has a little detail on the side. Has him in Carbonite with his wincing face, I believe. And that's it. He can click in the back here. And lovingly, that's where I keep him. I actually kept him in there for the past like 6 years. Wait, how long has it been? It's been a minute. In the past 8 years, he's been sitting in this Carbonite. He has not moved. Yeah, and I keep this pretty much locked up inside the ship. This is my only Carbonite figure, so I really enjoy it, but he stays in the cargo hold. And well, that's pretty much it for the minifigures. Let's go ahead and look at the main set. Oh yeah, and I forgot, he has his face, which is like a really big deal, and people really like it. I don't know. I think it was like $96 in Bricklink. Ain't that crazy? Anyway, let's go on with the rest of the review. And here we are, the big man himself, the Slave One. Now, this is a wonderful presentation of the actual Empire Strikes Back Slave One. I think it looks fantastic. Actually, I love the set, and like everything I love, it's not perfect. That's okay. It has its faults. We have some gaps. We have some hollowness into it. The panels are kind of flaky. They do a little shimmy shake. Sometimes they're not really held on there that well, but that's okay. We'll get into some more detail about that in a minute. We also have a wonderful stand and a information plaque on the bottom. I'll post a picture in that so you can read it. And if you can't read, you can pretend like you are and look cool, you know. And pretty much, yeah, it just looks great. It has a lot of stickers to it. The colors look amazing. It has a weathered effect to it. It's rocking. Yeah, it's just really good. It's just a really good presentation. I think it really knocks out that Empire Strikes Back Slave One. You know what's even better? The back side. Let's go to that side. I mean, look at this back side, dude. Nothing but back shots for this one right here. This thing is beautiful. All that intricate detail really playing it up in the back. The only complaint I have about this backside is that I think the actual thrusters on it are the wrong colors. I'm taking my memory back from actually watching Empire Strikes Back, and I don't remember blue. I remember an orange or yellow. So that's probably the really largest inaccuracy to the whole thing. But other than that, the whole, it's just, look at that. That's such awesomeness. But you do see some of the faults with it as well, which is some of the gaps and hollow spaces. This is what I mean by a somewhat imperfect presentation. It's a wonderful looking ship, but it has some imperfections here that just kind of strike me out, especially right here with the gap and the seam lines here with the windshield. It always bothered me. You have some gaps right here between the wings, whatever this is, the shoulder I'm guessing, and right here with the paneling, it just always kind of cuts me off guard. Everything else is fine, it just has a slight gap, and also the set is very hollow. If you were to open up this set, there isn't much in the inside, as you can tell by this piece that's kind of loose on the end. There's just nothing really in there. I prefer some more stuff just to have support or more playability, but again, it is a collector's set, so usually they don't have a lot of playability. We say this, but this set actually has a lot of functionality to it, and it's just a large-scale playset version, if you ask me. But besides those little minor seam lines and gaps and just being hollow, other than that, it's a pretty solid build. The build itself is really interesting and fun, and it's just an alright, pretty good Ultimate Collector Series. Alright, now that we have praised this thing enough, let's go see how it holds up with its functions and playability. Yeah, that's right, I said it, playability in an Ultimate Collector set. When it comes to function, this set is packing. I mean, they really packed this shit with as much shit as they could, and I love every second of it. This top-of-the-line Firespray 31 class patrol and attack craft includes detailed and rotating cockpit, forward-moving cannons, removable windshield, rotating wings, homing missiles, hidden blasters, I think, flight mode and landing mode, and lastly, a loading area on the bottom. And that's not even the top trim. This set is a man-child, as in a playable version and a collector's scale. There's nothing mature about this set. It's basically everything except for the spring loaders. And if you put some spring loaders in here, it would make this set pretty much fully armed and operational. And well, that pretty much wraps up the LEGO 75060, the Slave One Ultimate Collector Series from Star Wars. It captures the playability and the fun that all those smaller scale sets have, which is fantastic. You just don't see that in Collector Series. The AT-AT most recently knocks all that out of the park with playability and functionality, but this one is a good predecessor for that. It looks amazing. It has a great presentation. It comes with all the nooks and crannies that you would ask for. The minifigures actually offer up pretty decently, and I like those too. And it's worth it. For $200, it's a fucking steal. And if you didn't get it, I'm so sorry, but I think you should try and get it now because it's just really good. I wouldn't pay $1,000 for it. I'd probably pay like $400 for it, but not $1,000. So don't get ripped off. Don't get ripped off. Anyway, this has been LEGO 75060, the Slave One. I am Scott, those were the bricks, and that was the review. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for all the likes, all the love, all the constructive criticism. Thank you for all of it. I appreciate all of it. So thanks for watching, and come back for more. Here we go.